Wheeler Yuta, and he's interrupted by MJF, who got a huge babyface ovation.
Gigantic reaction. Okay,
yes.
so MJF, and granted it's New York, and he's from New York, so that makes a difference. But he's been getting big reactions, and babyface. He, by the end, Wheeler Yuta, who was booed at first, and of course Wheeler Yuta's from Boston, so it's going to be real easy for the New York fans to boo him anyway. But by the end, they did cheer Wheeler Yuta and they did boo Max. But it took. He basically had to attack Tony Schiavone to get booed, but he was so over. The reaction. It's really like, this is going to sound sacrilegious and all this, because I know everyone always compares him to Piper. But I felt watching it like when I watched Flair in the Carolinas in the late 70s, before he became a national star, but when he was a god in the Carolinas, but on the way up and not yet the top guy, and even when he was the top guy, in the sense that everybody wanted to cheer him, but because he had so much charisma. But he was a heel, and he did get booed. But there were always people cheering him, and it's just what it is. Max is not. He'll probably never be the wrestler Ric Flair is, but as a personality, and the other thing he's got is he has so much confidence now. Even before, I think when the crowd's behind you like that, if you always gain confidence, and so and as a heel, it could be arrogance as well. But he's always been confident in his verbal ability, obviously, but I really sensed since he's come back and gotten, much bigger reactions than he got before. And this one was really, he just came across. He was saying like he's a generational talent, and you always, of course, you want to say that. And he could be, because he's young, and he could be one of the biggest stars in this business for the next 20 years or longer, for all we know. But he really did come off like, and I don't think there's any young wrestler in the business right now who has that kind of magnetism and reaction anywhere. So it's really something to watch. Really, aside from Roman Reigns, is there anyone in the business like that? Moxley is very, very over right now, but it's Max is he's kind of on fire right now.
Well, they went back and forth, and Yuta mentioned that he'd gotten engaged and said she's going to figure it out and she's going to walk out on you just like you walked out on us. And so finally, MJF makes some comment about Regal and pills, and so Yuta slaps him.
Yeah, he said that, you're going to learn from Danielson how to always get injured, how to be injury prone, and get your brain scrambled. And then you're going to learn from Moxley. And he just goes, there's nothing to learn from Moxley. And he goes in from Regal, you'll learn how to pop pills. Yeah.
He just slaps him. MJF headbutts him, and then he throws down Tony Schiavone. And crowd booed, and W. Morrissey came out and attacked Yuta. And then security ran out and separated them. I do have to say that Kerry Silken was thrown around in the Jericho match.
Jericho threw him down for heat, yeah.
Yep, and then and they mentioned that he was coming off neck surgery or something like that. And then Tony Schiavone took a bump here. So not a good night for older non-wrestlers. They took beatings all night.
Yeah, but Tony wasn't really thrown down that hard.
Well, he was shoved, and he kind of got to his knees and fell down.
Yeah, it wasn't like, and even Kerry, he was protected. It wasn't too bad. Although Kerry's not a wrestler, so it was kind of weird. But Tony, I wasn't worried at all. And they didn't, you could have kept him off and then brought him back like a match.